Don't overthink it, just get in.
Ep.3.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Town Tours here on our channel. If you don't know what Town Tours is, we visit a brand new town each week on the channel. Currently, we are in Australia, so that'll tend to be an Australian town, and we rank them out of these 5 categories. Each category is ranked out of 5, which will give each town a total of 25 points. And you're probably wondering what town we're in today. We're actually in one of Queensland's oldest seaside towns, and that is the town of Redcliffe. Now, there's quite a few of you, as you can see right here, that actually said you need to visit Redcliffe, and so that is where we are today. Now, if you have any other towns that you would like us to visit, make sure to get them in the comments below. If you're wondering where Redcliffe is, it's actually 40 minutes north of Brisbane, and today is a very busy day. It's a Sunday, it's the market day. The markets are on every single Sunday till 2 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. I've just seen the street and it looks like it's like 5 miles long of markets. So let's get trying some of what Redcliffe has to offer. First stop is definitely a cafe. I've got one cafe in mind. I'll take you there. And so the first place that we've decided to come to for our cafe spot today is the Oasis on the Esplanade. So it's right on the front. I can see the jetty. I'm trying to keep my eyes closed so I don't want to see too much yet. There's a lot going on in this town. Busy cafe, gotta wait for a table, but yeah, let's go. Well, we have managed to get a seat at the cafe. Joel, what did you get?
I got a flat white. It's the consistent for the video. I've got to say though, how quick was service? Like, so busy it is. So busy today, but oh my gosh, so quick. But flat white test, I'm going to go quiet.
And you had some really nice latte art on the top of your coffee as well.
Did indeed. Oh, that's good coffee.
Is that good?
Oh, that's really nice. Very smooth, very nice. Might need a bit of sweetness for me. Today is really going to put us to the test because I've got to say, Redcliffe is absolutely jam-packed to the rafters. It is busy, all in capital letters today. So I'm a bit awkward when we're filming in a public place. I'm going to try and grit down for the sake of town tours. I'll do well.
There's about 5,000 people that are migrating behind you.
It is.
Through the town.
Do you know when you watch the wildebeest migrate across the African plains?
Yeah.
That's basically Redcliffe today, but I'm going to lock in. There's so much going on. I'm so excited to explore this place. Coffee's already set up to a good start, so bring on Redcliffe.
Well, I got the smashed avo and it looks really, really good. It's got a poached egg. We've got, is it Duca? And then what have you got?
Oh my gosh, it looks divine. I think it's time for a taste test. Let's get devouring.
So I think Joel's has been made on the Turkish bread, which is a popular option here in Australia. No, something that we're used to in the UK because Turkish bread just isn't as much of a thing, is it?
Very big in Australia, very big, isn't it?
Yeah, huge.
It's good.
Pretty good?
Egg's perfect consistency, salmon's delicious. The hollandaise sometimes can have a bit too much of a tart to it. That one's perfect, really creamy, really soft. The bread's fantastic. I can see why this was ranked as one of the best brekkies for definite.
Really?
Its presentation's there.
So for your knowledge, guys, this place ranked very well for brekkie. Not so much the coffee, and Joe has agreed. He said it's not the best coffee that he's had, but he might have another coffee in this town.
I drank a bit more, and it's an okay coffee, but I don't think it's anything. I think as soon as coffee touches my lips, I'm like, oh, it's amazing. But the more you drink, you can taste right. It's nothing, it's not bad by any means, but it's an average coffee. So we'll see what other drinks we get today, but food's good, coffee's good, I'm in heaven. Cody's turn now to have a little taste of the brekkie. Initial taste, what are we getting?
It's got a very Mediterranean spin
Okay.
on smashed avo. Sun-dried tomatoes. You've got like the duca.
I like a chunky avo as well. It's quite a chunky smashed avo, isn't it?
Loads of feta as well. Feta's so good.
Let's put this camera down and get demolishing. Yum, yum, yum.
Well, I am absolutely stuffed. That was a good breakfast. I must say, this place has been top tip for service. Service was really quick. Drinks came really quick, food weren't too long, and the place is really, really busy. So it's not a reflection today of just what we've experienced, because you might come during the week and get a different experience. I'm going to be honest, the breakfast wasn't amazing. Joe really enjoyed his breakfast. The total for the breakfast and the 2 drinks today was $61. So pretty bottom end, I would say. Not too bad, not too expensive. Not going to rank it, because we're going to rank food as a whole in Redcliffe at the end of this video. But yeah, It's put some food in my belly. That's the main thing. I think it's time to get on with the rest of the day. All right, so bellies have been fed, and I think it's time to go and look at some more food. I think we've got more food to admire. What do you reckon?
These markets look insane. There must be over a couple of hundred stalls here today.
So many.
There is hundreds to see. Let's get in there and explore. As we're wandering in, look at the name of the Esplanade.
I was going to say, have you seen Humpy Bong?
Humpy Bong. How funny is that?
It's Humpy Bong Esplanade.
Humpy Bong Esplanade. There is something about Australian names that still tickles me. Humpy Bong. That sounds like a place I want to go and visit.
That sounds
We might
so
go to
fun.
Humpy Bong.
Let's go.
It sounds like something out of fairy tales.
What's good about eating before you come to the markets is you're not hungry for absolutely everything. I can kind of go, do I really need that? Do I really need that?
It's like having dinner before you go shopping. It's sometimes a must.
So this guy is saying that everything's $2. $2 for everything.
You can understand it? I can't understand at all.
So we've just done a little bit of research and found out that there's over 200 stalls here at the Redcliffe market. I must say, I don't think I've ever been to a market as big as this in Australia.
Do you know what I think adds to it as well? Because it's all down the main street, the Esplanade front. It feels like it goes on forever.
Yeah.
Whereas certain markets can be sprawled out.
Yeah.
It's a great design because no shop gets missed.
Yeah.
It's all just one stretch and you walk it and you see it. So it's a good layout.
Joel's just made a very good point and said that if you are to come here, you come on a Sunday, don't you? It's the place to be.
Sunday is insane.
Well, we've just seen these throughout the markets. What a great idea on quite a warm day today. Get your dog in there if it feels too hot.
Never seen that. It's a good value for money. So we've stopped at one of these stalls and we're going to get a signature sandwich cookie.
That's it.
And we're getting the raspberry one. They look so good. So we're getting a try.
Which is your favourite?
Generally, I like this stuff. I drink a lot of coffee, so I like
Yeah.
this coffee kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I do like my coffees, but raspberry speaks to me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What's your name, sorry?
Nick.
Nick. Joe. Nice to meet you, Nick. Thank you so much for that.
And these are really interesting. New viral dessert, butter matcha. I love matcha, but
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, dude. So it instantly reminds me of one of those little smiley face biscuits.
oh yeah.
Obviously a gourmet version. I don't want to say that like slander, but I can break into it. Oh, look at that.
Show us. Oh.
That looks a little bit better than the smiley face biscuits. This would be really good with a coffee, but I've just had one. Slap on the wrist, don't be too cheeky. Oh man. Very fruity, not overly sweet. I love the raspberry jam. It's got little bits in it. That is perfect for me. There was loads of flavours. The cream cheese in that makes it absolutely divine. Definitely good with a coffee though. Not got one, but I'll enjoy it nevertheless. $4, nice little snack on the go. What a perk to the market. Little snacks on the go. Fantastic.
So another spot that we would recommend is this place right behind us here, which are known for their deli sandwiches and weirdly their matcha. So, you know, I'm a matcha lover. I'm going to give it a try. Oh, it's a strong matcha. Really good. Not sweet. I do sometimes like a sweetness, but that is really good matcha. Something to keep you cool on the walk through the markets.
Well, Nico wouldn't be happy, but there's just been a lady with a very cute chihuahua called Pebbles. Flash up the picture on screen now. We all took a little picture with it. How cute is that?
And there was another dog, cute Pomeranian, just before that. This
Honestly.
is a place of cute dogs, isn't it?
But we couldn't bring Pico because it would have restricted us today.
It-
So, probably the right move, but we're getting our dog fix anyway. No Pico, but no worries.
Jeez, Pico.
That is a wrap on the market and the main stretch down. Now, we are going to loop back down to this section later on as we want to do a few sections that are just off of the main road, but we want to get over to the museum. This is one of the things that was said that we must do. We don't want to miss closing time. 10-minute walk, let's head on and do a bit more exploring. But those markets,
Really good markets.
really, really good markets.
Really good.
Highly recommend. We've said it already, but if you are coming, aim to come here as a tourist on the Sunday. If you like it a bit quieter, maybe don't come on a Sunday because it is bustling, busy, but so many options. That's a really good thing.
It's good to see the town come alive as well on a Sunday. So
Definitely.
we nearly came yesterday instead. I'm glad we didn't actually.
I definitely am,
Yeah.
honestly. All the options, all the food, big happy smile on my face.
We're noticing more than ever, looking around, there's apartments everywhere here. So I'm guessing most people that live in Redcliffe live in an apartment. They're everywhere, aren't they?
I suppose if they're in the centre, but I imagine that this is probably a place for maybe a bit of a retirement spot as well. and probably a weekend spot for people to visit from Brisbane.
Do you think?
I think so. Just beside the road, as we're walking down to the museum, look at this. This is where the water passes through. It's become a whole jungle in the section where the water passes through. I do love it when nature takes back a little bit of something that's been man-made. Leave it alone for 2 seconds, and back comes the jungle.
Alrighty, so we've done a 7-minute walk and we have got to the museum. So we're going to go in here and check it out. I'm not sure what the costs are. We'll find out once we're in.
So we've just made our way into the Redcliffe Museum. Fantastic thing, it's free. That is great value for money now that it is free. So they didn't even have a donation box. I asked, can I donate? They don't have that. So if you want to come and enjoy a museum, free of charge about the local history, that is a great thing. Also, we wrote our name in the guest book. So if you do come, see if you can find our little names and write yours in there as well. But one thing as well, I could tell from the outside, I said to Cody, it looks like a church, and instantly asked the guy on the way in, and Tim said, yeah, it did used to be a church. So pretty good spot. Let's go and check it out. So we've just been doing a bit of a read up on one of the old theatres that used to be here, talking about when talkies, films with sound, came out and how that affected the town. But the bit that's got me interested is it says, key features were canvas chairs and sloping floors, perfect for rolling jaffas. What the heck is rolling jaffas?
What is a Jaffa?
Let me know in the comments
section. We need
section.
to maybe go and ask.
Yeah, I might ask Tim at the front, but I'm sure you can let me know in the comments. But jaffas? Is that like Jaffa cakes, like a biscuit? I don't know. Let me know. I don't know what that means.
This is so good. We've just come into this, what's like a tool shed replica in the museum. And you can see all the old tools that were used for like cutting down timber and all sorts of stuff. So cool. It just looks so retro to me now. Like, it seems crazy, doesn't it? But look at this iron, for example, and it's so heavy. To think that the women were ironing with these and they would have been so hot. And because the bottom would have been hot.
It's all metal.
It's all metal, so
all
it would all
conducted.
be brutal.
Maybe they would have wrapped something around the handle, but
Maybe.
Probably not. I imagine a cigarette in hand and smoking with one hand and burning their other hand alive.
Just imagine some proper beefcake.
The setup of these little sections really does feel like a step back in time. You can see the livestock they would have had, so like the cow, sheep, sloth. Wait a minute, what? You shouldn't be here. Get out of here. And that's a wrap in the museum. Fantastic. For free.
For free.
A great experience. And everybody in there, from Tim and Steve, were absolutely lovely. So yeah, a really good thing to do. A nice spot to spend some time. Now moving on, we've got something else that we want to go and check out, haven't we?
There's something pretty spectacular that this town has that we didn't actually realise until we arrived here today. I was pretty wowzered. No one's ever told me about this.
All these people that go to Mexico and Egypt to see pyramids, get yourself down to Redcliffe. Well, I'm right here.
So we are now back in the centre of town, and this is one of the main things to come and do when you come to Redcliffe, and that is the Bee Gees walk. So this is another free thing to do, so we'll definitely be taking a mental note of that on our things to do list. But yeah, let's go and check it out.
So this section is the Bee Gees Way, and a little bit of information on the reasoning behind it. Moreton Bay region is the birthplace of one of the most popular and successful groups in pop music history. Here in Redcliffe in the late 1950s, three young brothers gathered around a microphone for the first time to perform using the now famous name around the globe. Over the next 5 decades, Barry, Robin and Maurice Gibb would take their place amongst the world's greatest performance artists and songwriters. As a family, their talents were unrivaled. Bee Gees Way pays tribute to the remarkable career of the Gibb brothers. The stories, images and comments featured in the walkway have been personally selected and provided by Barry Gibb. This might sound crazy, but I thought the Bee Gees were British. Only until we came to Australia and people mentioned Redcliffe as the spot for the Bee Gees. I had no idea that they were Australian. Is that bad?
This has been so fascinating to walk down this Bee Gees walk. I didn't realise that they actually spent a lot of their childhood life in Manchester, in Chorlton, which is literally
It's basically us.
20 minutes down the road from us.
Should we start a band?
Let's do it.
The Jobies.
Or the Corbies.
No,
Corbies. Corbies are better.
No. How fantastic is that? Another free thing to do. The Bee Gees Way, a great little spot to do a bit of reading, bit of educating, and a bit of reminiscing. The best bit is that there's actually a video playing with music, so you can listen to the music
really good.
as you're walking through.
Yeah, it's really good touch.
I had heard about the Bee Gees Way, but I didn't know that the music would be playing. That's a big factor.
Alrighty, so when you come down from the Bee Gees walk, literally the jetty is right here behind us, and it's not a long jetty, so nice little wander and a walk. It's quite windy today, so sorry if the audio isn't amazing, but let's go and get on the jetty. Again, another free thing to do. This town is pretty good.
So we've just nipped in to the information centre and spoke to Jen, Jenny and Poppy, and they've absolute legends have helped us out. So if you're struggling and you do come, head in there, they'll sort you right out. And let's move on to the jetty.
Get a bit of a breeze, get me prepared for the lagoon.
It's a little bit breezy, like Cody just said. If we're cold now, maybe we won't feel as cold when we get in the icy cold lagoon.
Who knows?
We're Poms, we're used to this.
G myself up for it. I'll BG myself up for it.
That's a good one. No, she's full of it. I've got to say, if you don't mind your walking, it is a fantastic spot for coastal walks here in Redcliffe. You can go from all the way down there, walking down the jetty as well, but then it goes all the way up there. There is tons of walking or bike tracks to be had down here. So yeah, definitely worth checking out if you like getting about on foot. Now we're on the end of the jetty, and looking back, it looks so similar, the beach and the area on the jetty looking back at it, to Busselton, which is on the west coast of Australia in Perth. The jetty's a lot longer, it was a lot hotter of a day, a bit chilly, but that means one thing: we've got the lagoon to do. Oh brother.
Now it is all closed up, but we've just come down this little arcade alleyway. And yeah, come across this where you can get a cuppa. There's a lot going on in there, isn't there? So we've just come into this cafe for a quick bite. I'm going to get a sausage roll, but look at this apple crumble. Oh my goodness, we may have to take some of that home. That looks so good.
We are walking to one of the last things that we're going to be doing here in Redcliffe, and that is walking to the lagoon. Now, I've got to be honest, it's absolutely windy as anything. The sun has set and it's getting quite cold in comparison to how it felt a couple of hours ago. So I do feel like I'm walking to my own death, as it's going to be absolutely ice cold, but I'm pommy. I can do this. As coastal paths go, this is an absolutely gorgeous one with a little park for the kids here and the dreaded lagoon in the distance. And for those who wonder why Pico can't come on these town tours, it's because of things like this that we don't want to miss and aren't always dog friendly. I would love little Pico to be coming and exploring places like this with us, but if it means limiting us experiencing some of the spots, we've got to be fair and not include him. How picturesque is this though? Can't wait to get in here. Oh my gosh, sorry, midway through speaking, a little waterfall running through.
Nice.
All the brush turkeys.
They're using it as a water slide.
Do you reckon? I would love to see a brush turkey slide down that. That would be good value for money, that.
Yeah, you'd scale the rocks.
We don't have anything like this on the Sunshine Coast, do we? So it's nice to come and experience this. The closest is probably Caloundra, which has like an ocean pool.
But it's not a lagoon.
But a lagoon like this.
This is pretty good for a town.
This is similar to the one in Brisbane.
It is similar to the one in Brisbane. Not as busy, obviously. It's cold.
Yeah, because nobody's mad enough to get in without a wetsuit
Just
on.
a couple of kids.
There's a couple of kids and they all have wetsuits on. Why are we doing this? Here we go.
Oh boy, here we go. Don't overthink it, just get in.
Ep.3.
It's really cold. I don't know these kids are in here. Oh, it's really cold. It's like an ice bath, just so you guys are aware. Things we do for these videos, eh? Go, Joe, you can do it. I'm not wimping out either, guys. I am getting in, but I just have to film this clip and then put the phone down. Oh no, I thought I was getting away with it.
I've gone lightheaded.
No, you've
I've actually
not.
gone lightheaded.
No.
I'll be fine. Your turn. She's done it. Well, you did it with a lot less screaming than I did, so yeah, we know who the brave one is.
I think we had great intentions bringing these, like we were going to be in here for a while, but yeah, it's pretty chilly, guys.
And that is the swim done. With the cap and the sunnies on, just done a full breaststroke of the lagoon and back, so I feel accomplished. But oh my gosh, that was absolutely killer. What a fantastic spot. Obviously, with the time and the temperature of the day, it is a lot quieter than I imagine it is during those summer months. But a fantastic, fantastic spot. Great thing to do whilst you're here.
Glad we made the most of it, mustered up the courage and got in. So I hope you guys do appreciate that. If you're still watching and enjoying, please like and subscribe to the channel. And like Cody said at the beginning of the video, let us know where you think we should visit next. So if you do have any towns that you want us to visit in future episodes, be sure to leave them as a town in a single comment. If you want to comment 20 different towns on 20 different comments, that's fine. But if there's a big list of names in one comment, it's hard to put on the beginning of the video as it would take up the whole screen. So yeah, if you can just do comments with towns individually, that helps us with the editing. So thank you so much, guys, and let us know where next.
Well, to end the day in Redcliffe, no better way than Postal Path.
A castle?
Castle?
Path.
It's a bit crazy, isn't it? It's like we're in Wales or something. But how was the lagoon overall? You had a good swim in it, actually, didn't you?
Yeah, a good freshen up, feeling revitalised.
For anyone that doesn't know, obviously I didn't film any shots, but Joel did have a full swim across the whole lagoon. So let's give you some praises for that one. I did my dip and got out, so well done.
Yeah, no, I feel awful for it. And so, wrapping up, the walk has become a little beach walk. Gorgeous views behind us, stunning views in front of us. What a great way to wrap up the day.
What an amazing spot. Of course, as always, we're going to do our category ranking for you guys. When we get to the car, we're going to find a nice spot to chill. But overall, Redcliffe, wow. I didn't really go in with any expectations. We never really do.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing to do. Never go in with expectations, and then it's always a bit more of a positive outcome. But what a great town. What a fantastic town.
And so the time has come now to give our score of Redcliffe and what we think in each category. Starting that category off is the food and the feed in general. On 3, 2, 1, 4.
Oh.
I think a 4 is a
Yeah.
fair score, especially if you come in on a Sunday when the markets are on. There's lots and lots of options when it comes to food. I think that's more than fair to say a 4 out of 5. The only reason it's not a 5 out of 5 is because we didn't experience any food that blew our minds. And if you're not coming on a Sunday and the markets aren't on, the options would significantly go down. So it's got a good 4. If you come on a Sunday, that is a big key bit of information if you're planning on coming here, because then you get those markets. It's another thing to do. It's free to do to go and have a look round, and there's a lot more food options for anybody who wants a different taste of something.
The next category on our list, as always, is rating the drinks. Now, not just the drinks that we had, but also just the drinks that are available. And how we based our rating off this was, right, well, there's so many options. You had all the markets, all the shops. You could get coffee, you could get matcha, you could get smoothies, cold drink, whatever. So, in 3, 2, 1, 4.
I think a 4 again.
4 again.
Same to food, a lot of options if you come on a Sunday, so definitely highly recommend a Sunday. But apart from that, there's a lot of RSLs and places that you can go for a drink. It's about doing your research and finding the right one for you. But yeah, I think a 4 out of 5. The coffee that I had wasn't mind-blowing, so I'm saving 5 ratings for when I have a coffee that is a must. The third category on the list is things to do, and I don't think we need much talking on this one. 3, 2, 1, 5 out of 5. 100%.
Yeah.
From swimming in the lagoon to going to the beach and having a swim at the beach or just a day out at the beach, picnic areas, the museum,
shops, arcades.
shops.
We didn't even go in the shopping centre.
The market, the Bee Gees walk, the jetty. I think there is so much to do. You know it's a good day when you've still got things that you want to go and do and you might miss out. One of the things, if you time it right, would be to go to the Dolphin Stadium and watch a game. As far as we're aware, there isn't a game on today, so we would have loved to have gone and done that. But there's another thing to do, and we didn't get it all done. So yeah, 5 out of 5.
The next category on the list is value for money, and we are going to rank this today after 1, 2, 3, 4. Reason we're going to give it a 4 is there's so many free things to do here, probably more than any other town that we've visited so far, including the Jetty, the Lagoon. It's always good on a hot day to have access to a lagoon. That's so nice for families to be able to enjoy. The markets, and another one, again, I know we keep mentioning the markets, but it is a staple. I've never seen a market that long. So many options.
It was really good.
The museum was free. We expected to pay for that. We turned up. The guys were like, no, this is free. And we actually had so much fun and spent quite a lot of time in the museum as well. So overall as a town, so many free things to do.
And the final category on the list is the hidden gem factor. Now, with it being so close to Brisbane and quite a built-up area, I would say we're going to give the score 3, 2, 1, 2.
I think two, because it isn't really a hidden gem. It's a place that was highly recommended to us. We've had many friends that are saying, have you been to Redcliffe? Have you been to Redcliffe? But nevertheless, it's got a score rating of 2 because there were still things that shocked us when it is a place that is so well known. It's not a place that you can class as a hidden gem spot. We're saving the high ratings for potentially if we travel 4 hours inland and find a hidden gem of a spot that nobody's recommended to us or very little people have recommended. This place is big, it's developed, there's lots to do. And for that reason, I think a 2 out of 5 in the hidden gem factor is still not a bad score.
So that means that Redcliffe gets an overall score of 19, which is currently our highest ranked town so far.
You've took the spot at the top of the table.
Well done, Redcliffe.
Fantastic spot.
If you are from Redcliffe, make sure to get your name in the comments below because we want to know if you're from Redcliffe. It's our winner so far. And I'm already so excited to see what that next town is going to be and if it's going to top Redcliffe.
As of recording, and you guys probably watching this video, we haven't decided what that town is going to be next week. We decide on the fly each week. So let us know in that comment section. Get commenting the towns that you want us to visit to. And as I've mentioned, make sure that you do it as single towns in the comment section, as when people write a big list of 20 towns, it's hard to show on the screen at the beginning of the video.
And if you are enjoying this Town Tour series, do be sure to let us know. It's a very new series on this channel. We are loving it. We love putting Australian towns on the map. But of course, we need to see your love, guys. So make sure that you do comment. Make sure you like this video if you do like it. Make sure you are subscribed because that'll mean that you'll just get notified when we upload for the next one.
But with all that being said, we have got a little poochie at home waiting for us. So we're going to jump in the car. Thank you so much for joining us in another Town Tours Adventure video, and we shall see you in the next one. Thank you to all the members. Flash your names up on screen. You really do make adventures like this possible. And thank you to everybody who does support us by buying merch in the description down below from our merch store.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Adios.